Hi, this is Tony Papajohn from MoneyMindWorks.com. In this short video, I want to empower your mind for a big success or your first success. Now, here's an important point. We human beings operate on what I call emotional precedent. In other words, oftentimes, a feeling that we have, a sense of some kind of mental or emotional state, is the precedent that sets the tone for a future experience. So this begs the question, well, what happens if you want to do something that you've never done before? What happens if you want to go beyond anything you've ever done before? What happens when you want to really reach for something new and reach for something great that perhaps you've never done before? So how does the principle of emotional precedent work in that regard? It's real simple. You build an emotional precedent in imagination. And in many different ways, you live this experience and you act as if this experience is reality. And even what you do is look back on the experience in imagination as if you have moved forward in time, and that new thing that you want to accomplish that in reality you've never accomplished before, well, it's like something you've already done. And, well, when it's something that you've already done, well, it's like no big deal, is it? Because, well, you've already done that before. And so imagine what happens when you build an emotional precedent that empowers your mind to, in effect, look back on something that you've only done in imagination as if you had done it in reality. So here's a very simple way to do this. Imagine an empowered version of yourself in the future that is looking back on some accomplishment that you have yet to accomplish in reality, but that for this empowered future version of you, well, it was no big deal. Yeah, you did that thing, whatever it was, you made that money, you closed that deal, you got that JV thing going, you made that successful blog happen, whatever it is that you did, you found that big commercial deal if you're in real estate, or whatever else that you do, that, wow, this was a shining moment, but something that you did in the past of which you're quite proud. So can you imagine what it's like to look back on this wonderful moment that you have yet to do in actuality, but that you have done in imagination? So you've made this kind of money in imagination. You've achieved this kind of success in imagination. And what you've also done is looked back upon this moment as an already accomplished fact in your imagination. So in your mind's eye, imagine what it's like to look back on a moment of success and say, oh wow, did I really do that? How cool is this? I really did that. Wow. And it feels so comfortable because now it's an established precedent in your life. You know what the thoughts are like to do this. You know what the feelings are like to do this. You know what it's like to go through the motions and having to do whatever it is that you did like you've done it before, because the emotional precedent says that you have. And the good thing about an emotional precedent is as long as you have it and as long as you feel it in your bones that, yes, I've already done this, it is as good as done. So what success do you want to achieve that you've never done before? Set an emotional precedent. Explore that feeling of what it's like to have accomplished this. And moreover, explore the feeling of what it's like to have an empowered version of you looking back upon this experience and sensing, yeah, did that. I wonder what other great things that I can go forward and do and establish a new emotional precedent for a bigger success and even more money in a future, beyond a future that already exists for you right now. And that certainly is a bright future indeed, is it not? My name is Tony Papajohn. I invite you to take my free 9-part video series at MoneyMindWorks.com. You can find my blog at YourMoneyMindWorks.com. And got good stuff there, listing of teleseminars, things of this nature. And also, what I'd like to invite you to do is to explore the possibilities of who you are becoming as you build a greater and greater and more empowered emotional precedent and make more money.